Yo guys, what's going on? Christopher Lopez with BeachBrotherhood.com, and in today's video we're going to be covering the best workout for your arms. Now, arm training is like everyone's favorite thing to do, especially if you're a dude and you like to lift weights and you don't do CrossFit. It's like your favorite thing, right? Arms and chest, right? Those are the two muscle groups that you hit twice a week. If you got to hit any two muscle groups twice a week, those are the two that you do because you feel awesome and you're pumped up and whatever. Anyway, so we're going to cover some arm training tips in this video, and how you can get a better workout if you're training your bis and tris. So, couple misconceptions with arms is, and I'll tell you this from personal experience, okay? Most people train them really super heavy, right? And when they train them super heavy and they're doing heavy curls or heavy, heavy kickbacks or whatever, they miss out on the fact that they have to contract their muscles, right? They start just moving weight as opposed to actually lifting it and feeling the muscles work. So my first recommendation before we actually dive into like any workout tips is make sure you're using the right amount of weight. And sometimes for your arms, because they're a smaller muscle group, our ego gets in the way and we start curling 90s and we're actually swinging the weight as opposed to allowing our biceps to contract and lift the weight. Same thing for triceps. So make sure you adjust the weight accordingly. I would rather see you guys go lighter. And I'm guilty of this, and this is why I'm telling you this, because I screwed up. I screwed up my own training, and I was going too heavy because I thought I was awesome for curling such heavy weight. But when I actually thought about it and sat back and lowered the weight and actually felt the muscles working, I got better results. Okay, my arms grew much faster. So lower the weight, leave the ego at the door. I know you guys hear that all the time. Leave the ego at the door. Use the right amount of weight and feel the muscles contracting when you're working them. Because if you're not feeling them contract, you're not really working your arms. So lift the weight, don't just move the weight. Okay? Sorry for being preachy, but you will get better results if you do that. Now, as far as arm workouts go, there's a couple different ways you can split the arms up. Personally, I like to train my biceps with my chest, okay, and my triceps with my back. That's how I split it up most of the time. The reason why I like to do that is because if I'm training my back and triceps, right, when I hit my back muscles, I actually hit my biceps as well just from doing the rowing movements. So it gives me 2 days to hit those muscle groups. I hit the biceps directly on one day with my chest, right? I do bicep exercises with my chest. And then on my rowing days, I hit them again indirectly. So I get 2 days of training my biceps, right? Same thing for triceps. So when I do my back days and I'm pulling, I actually hit my triceps directly by doing push downs and close grip bench press, but I also hit them indirectly when I do my chest day with my biceps. So I'm doing my bench presses, and as you're bench pressing, you're hitting your triceps as well. So you're getting 2 days, one direct, one indirect, to train your arms. To me, that works awesome. It works the best. I feel great doing it, so that's how I break it up. You can also take a day and focus on strictly your arms, on which I would not add them into your upper body days, your other upper body days. So maybe you do chest one day, back one day, arms and shoulders one day, and then the last day is legs or something like that. You can hit them directly by themselves together. That's good because it gives you one hell of a pump. You can focus on just training your arms and not so much the heavier lifts like your bench presses or your rows or your deadlifts. And you can concentrate on hitting your arms properly with the proper amount of weight like we just talked about. Okay? So those are two different ways you can hit them. Obviously, the simpler you keep your arm training, the better it's going to be, okay? So stick with a heavy compound movement first, okay? Or heavy bar movement, I should say compound. Heavy bar movement first. So for biceps, I usually do bar curls, straight bar, coming straight up. For triceps, I like close grip bench press. Now, a tip with the close grip bench press is a lot of guys, you see them at the gym like this. They get on the bench, they lay down, they put their hands like this, and they bench. Now, the problem with this is their elbows flare out. Right now, watch my wrists. My wrists get jammed up. Look at that. Right? They get jammed up. I try and go to my chest. My wrists they're just crooked, right? Real quick tip for close grip bench press. Grab the bar just inside the shoulders. Now, when you come down, you're sliding the elbows towards your lats. Keep them nice and tight. There's no space in between my lats and my shoulders. See that? No space. Here, and then you press. By keeping the arms in and your elbows tucked at your sides and your hands just inside the shoulders. It allows you to keep your forearm straight and takes your chest out of the movement. When you go a little wider, you get a little bit more chest contraction, okay? If you go close, you're here, touching the chest if you can, nice and close, arms tucked in, close to your body, hands just inside the shoulders, and then you press. Lock it out, squeeze the triceps. You'll feel that much more in your triceps and less in your wrist if you do it that way. All right, so we start with the bar movements first. So bicep curls, and then close grip bench, and then I'll usually finish with dumbbell movements. So obviously for biceps, you can do your alternating dumbbell curls this way, right? You can do your hammer curls. When I do hammer curls, I go across the body this way, all right? That's how I just do them. I feel them better when I go across, okay? I'll finish up with those exercises. Triceps, I usually do overhead press with a dumbbell this way, or kick back, straight back this way, okay? And then I usually finish with some sort of band or body weight movement. So if I go body weight, I'll do a set of chin-ups for the biceps and dips for the triceps, or I'll do band curls, rep out a couple max sets of band curls, and maybe push downs with a band as well. So the band hanging from the pull-up bar, and you're coming down and you're squeezing. Now the reason why I use bands here is because I don't have any cable machines. So bands are like my cable machines in my gym. If you have access to cable machines in your gym, feel free to use them. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually enjoy cable machines. I just have nowhere to put them in here. So, so that's it. Heavy bar movement first, right? I say heavy, but you know what I mean. Heavier, rep range is, 6 to 8 reps, but lower the weight. Don't be throwing your hips into it. You use your biceps to curl the weight up. Even if you got to lower it, you will get much better strength and much better growth, and you'll be less injury prone. You start going heavier with the curls and stuff, and your biceps are not moving the weight, it's too heavy for your actual muscles to handle the weight, you're going to start to get tendonitis and stuff in your elbows, and that's no good, because that affects your bench presses and your rows and everything else. You don't want that. So adjust the weight accordingly. 6 to 8 reps on the bar work, okay, on your bicep curls and your bar curls and your close grip bench, and then maybe you do a set of 8 to 10, 8 to 12 on your dumbbell work, which is either your curls, or your hammer curls, right, or your kickbacks, or your overhead extensions. And then you do 1 or 2 max out sets with your body weight work or your band work, which would be chin-ups and dips, or your bi curls with bands and band push downs. But that's my recommendation. Again, simplicity is key. Those are 2 great arm workouts I just gave you guys that you can do. But I think that the big takeaway is adjust the weight accordingly and lift the weight. Don't just move it. So if this video is helpful for you guys, feel free to like, comment, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you're struggling with as far as arm training goes, or any other training or nutrition information that you guys would like to see. I'll be more than happy to shoot a video, or maybe even if it's good enough, I'll shoot a blog post. I'll put up a blog post and I'll personalize it and say, you're the man for bringing this up to my attention. I'll put it up, and that's it. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video if you thought it was awesome. Before you go, I have a free gift on the right side of the screen. Make sure you click the card that pops up, which you guys see. Just click it, and I'm going to give you guys a free arm training gift. My way of just saying thank you and that you're awesome for watching my stuff. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, and get your free shit. See you guys in the gym.